Good day, beautiful people, wherever you are in the world. I welcome you today to the divine truth, where we bring out the truth in any concept. So, today I wanted to speak about the traps of the matrix and how the universe helped me to get out of the traps of the matrix. Because I remember back in the days, I used to be so trapped in the matrix that I will give away my attention to everything that I see along the way. And the matrix will just make everything look beautiful, from women to things to even cars, and will make some things more valuable. Then I will running around and looking to get something. I remember I wanted women so much that women never wanted anything to do with me. Like I gave away all of my power to women, all of my power to things, and those things never came back to me. And I was always drained because I remember I loved going out to nature, because in nature that was where I started to feel alive a bit. So I would go out in nature and start to recharge my energies and then go back to doing the same things again, giving away my energy to the system, to the illusions, to the things that I see. And I am grateful that nature never gave up on me. because because when if nature decided that one day I'm gonna give up on your ass, I tell you that I was gonna be left alone and I wouldn't know what to do next. So I remember there was a time where I asked myself, how does nature do it? Like nature is always bright, it's always beautiful. It doesn't matter what season is it. You can go to nature in winter, and when we look at it with the eyes, with the physical eyes, you will see just branches with no leaves. But when we begin to just to just allow ourselves and just be one with nature, then we will feel that peace, that stillness. So no matter what happened, nature has always been still and peaceful. It has always been the guru. That's why some people started to worship nature and started to call it God, Mother Nature. It's a beautiful name because nature will never change no matter what happens. So I always lost my attention in so many things because I was so much caught up in seeing things with my eyes than actually doing things the way the universe has done it. That's what we call being something and doing something, then having something. So the matrix trapped me so that I may have it the other way around. I wanted to have something. I wanted to have a beautiful woman. I wanted to have money. I don't know. I wanted to have video equipment like big, expensive videos. I wanted to have clothes. I wanted to have a perfect studio, and then I could start to do the videos on YouTube. I could start to speak to the people. I could start to speak to every person and start to be the person or the being that I want to be. But as I thought that after that, then I will be who I want to be. I will be joyful, I will be happy, and I will be peaceful. But then all of that immersed me so deep into the matrix that I couldn't even move an inch. I remember my life was bad, so bad, so bad that I couldn't just be myself. I couldn't just be who I wanted to be. Then as I started to heal my chakras, and then as I started to embark on the spiritual journey, things never got easier. Because so many people think that think that when you start the spiritual journey things will become easier, but actually things started to be harder, things started to be bad, things started to be too much harder. I started to have pains all over my body. Then I remember I wanted to give up, but as I watched videos, I would see people saying that, don't worry about the pains. You are getting out of the matrix. It's like when one has been drinking for years and years, then they take a time to just to just take out all those all those things that they've ingested over the years. Then they will go over so much stress, like people who are going on a rehab after drugs, they will go so much stress and all of that. But after all the stress has been done, after all, after we receive the peace, after we detox of all the bullshit that we've gathered along the time, then we will begin to be more peaceful and be more loving. So as I got out of the matrix, I started to realize that actually I have to be what I want to be. I have to be a YouTuber. I have to be the peace. I have to be the love. I have to be an inspiration. I have to be a motivation to people. And when I become what I want, then I can do the videos. I can do what inspirational people do. Then from there I can have everything that I want. So when I realized the secret, I started to apply it in my life. It was not easy, but I started to realize that I am more joyful, I am more peaceful, and so many things started to be irrelevant. Money started to be irrelevant, and like food started to be irrelevant. I could fast so many times, baby. I could fast so many times, and I didn't have a problem. But my stomach will tell me, my body will tell me a different story, and I will just be present, and everything started to be irrelevant, even clothes, even buying a car, even houses and stuff like that. So I started to be more peaceful, and when I started to be more peaceful, I started to experience more joy in my life. I started to experience more peace in my life. Then from there I started to realize that it feels so great to be alive, walking along and just breathing the beautiful air. And it's so amazing to be alive at this time in this journey. When we let go and when we become rooted like the trees on the earth. I remember the Bible said that a strong man will be like a tree rooted on the earth. So when we become rooted on the earth, we become like plants, we become like nature. We are forever flowing and we are never running dry. So when our first chakra is balanced, when we focus on the first chakra time and again, we become rooted in in the earth and we become more joyful, baby. We become more peaceful. So wherever you are, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of healing and beautiful energy. And I'm saying that wherever you are, be healed of your stress, be healed, and realize that willingness is the power to accomplishing anything. So wherever you are, I love you guys, and I say peace be unto you wherever you are.